Hey, what is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Great Locks. I'm Gunther the Great, and today we're going to be looking at D'Angelo Russell's dreadlocks. This is an update video. I've done a video on him before, but his hair has got so much longer and he's been doing different hairstyles since I've done a video on him. So make sure to give this video a thumbs up, and please guys, leave a comment down below of who you guys want to see next, because I'm taking all of your recommendations into consideration and I'm trying to make videos on them. And with that being said, you guys have requested D'Angelo Russell repeatedly, so I had to drop another video on him. So let's go ahead and start off just really quick. I really like the hairstyle that he does with like the box braids with his dreadlocks. That's really clean, but we'll talk more about that later on in the video. Now, for all you guys who are new, I make videos on how to get your dreadlocks like these people that you're recommending. So I'm not only just looking at someone's dreadlocks and kind of talking about them, I'm showing you guys how you can get your dreadlocks exactly like theirs. So if you've seen the videos on Lil Pump or when XXX was here, those are all videos showing you guys how to get your dreadlocks exactly like these people. So if you guys are learning how to get dreadlocks, go ahead and subscribe and you'll definitely have dreadlocks before you know it. Also, if you want to stay connected not only just with me but all the other people in the Great Locks community, go ahead and follow Great Locks on Instagram and you'll be able to have access to my DMs and also all these other people that are on the Great Locks page. And you can be featured on the page too. All you got to do is tag Great Locks on Instagram. It's really that simple. And the cool thing about it is you're not only going to be featured on the page, but you'll also be featured on greatlocks.com and also these videos when I do subscriber dread reviews. Alright guys, D'Angelo Russell. He has some really dope dreadlocks. I would say he's probably been growing these for maybe 3 to 4 years. And for a while, it was almost like he was off and on with kind of like a freeform style of look of dreadlocks, or maybe just like a sponge rub style of dreadlocks, which kind of leads me into the method that he chose. But before we get into that, yeah, like I said, probably 4, maybe 5 years at the most of kind of his hair growth and dreadlocking journey. Now, the best way to figure out how to get dreadlocks or start them is to know your personal hair type. So we're looking at D'Angelo Russell. What is his hair type? His hair type is most likely a 4B. Now, this is a tighter curl pattern. If you do not know your hair type, I would definitely recommend you to click the link down below that says what is my hair type, and it'll explain everything from your hair type and methods on how to get your dreadlocks with your hair type. So with knowing the hair type, you know what method they chose to get their dreadlocks. Now, with him being a 4B, it's safe to say that he most likely started out with twisting with gel. And with the look of his dreadlocks, it looks like he did start out with that. But if we take it even a step further back, we can see with the pictures of how his hair looks, and it looks like he most likely started out with almost freeform, but behind the scenes, he most likely used a dread sponge to get his hair to look like that. Now, a dread sponge just creates sections. It's an easy way to start out your dreadlocks, especially with this hair type. But I can also recommend you guys to get a dread sponge if you have a 3C or maybe even a 3B hair type all the way up into the 4s. Now, knowing that he used a dread sponge to start out of his dreadlocks, I'll recommend you guys to go check that out. The link to the dread sponge is at the top of the description. This will take you straight to Amazon in order to get yourself one. And I'm telling you guys, if you start out with a dread sponge, you'll be seeing the results instantly. Because the cool thing is when you have probably, let's say 2 to 3 or maybe even 4 inches of hair and you use the dread sponge, it pretty much instantly creates your sections for your dreadlocks. And then those sections eventually turn into dreadlocks. But it is a process, so definitely give it some time. But I'm telling you, if you use the dread sponge, you'll definitely have some pretty mature dreadlocks within 2 months, as long as you stay consistent with doing what you're supposed to do. Now, exactly what are you supposed to do? In this case, D'Angelo Russell went to the next step and started twisting his dreadlocks with gel. Now, a gel that is my favorite is the Jamaican Mango and Lime Locking Gel. And this can also be found in the link down below. Any product that I always list in any of these videos is always going to be linked down below and will also be found on greatlocks.com. But both of these products pair perfectly together. If you guys remember my first set of dreadlocks, these are exactly those 2 products that I've used on my own. I literally started out with the sponge rub, and then I moved on to locking gel. And I'm telling you, if you use these 2 products, your dreadlocks will turn out great, and all you gotta do is just stay patient along the way. But I would say 2 months is kind of about the time to where, yeah, they started looking like dreadlocks. And that's probably the same thing that happened with D'Angelo Russell. So you almost know everything about D'Angelo Russell's dreadlocks just from his hair type, the way his hair looks. That easily tells you what method he chose. And as long as you know those 2 things, it's easy to start your dreadlocks. So now, looking at your own hair, look at your hair type and then base your hair type on the method you're going to choose in order to get those dreadlocks. But say you do have a 4B hair type, you can follow these exact same steps that I told you in this video, with going with the dread sponge and then eventually moving on to twisting with gel. And let's add in another step of doing the box braids that you guys see him do. He'll do 6 box braids, 2 in the front, 2 in the middle, and then 2 in the back. That's a really dope hairstyle that you don't really see many people do. But as I mentioned, guys, all these products can be found on greatlocks.com, along with tutorials on how to use these products and product reviews, and also just some pretty awesome videos. And if you guys do know Jimmy Got Soul, she's actually featured on the website as well. So this is just a website that is jam-packed for everybody who wants to start their dreadlocks, maintain them, or purchase products or re-up on products that they already have. This is just a website that has everything you need for your dreadlocks. But you guys, with all that being said, that is D'Angelo Russell's dreadlocks. So if you want to get dreadlocks like him, I'm telling you, if you follow those steps, you'll have them exactly like his. And also, let's just appreciate his dreads. They're really dope. Like I said at the beginning, please comment down below who you guys want to see next. I definitely read through all the comments and I take all your recommendations into consideration. But other than that, guys, I'll see you guys next time. Peace.